Earlier today, Senate Democrats, actually within the last hour, they failed to advance the misleadingly named Right to Contraception Act. While this failed legislation could be viewed as a messaging bill meant to distract voters from the economy, the border, and the Biden administration's disastrous foreign policy, this does not detract from the dangerous policies embedded in this bill, which we see consistently the Democratic Party trying to push at every opportunity. Joining me now to discuss this by phone, Senator James Lankford from Oklahoma, a leading voice for the protection of life. He serves on 4 Senate committees, including the Senate Homeland Security Committee and the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. Senator Lankford, welcome back to the program.
Tony, good to be with you again.
You know, never let a crisis go to waste. They've been fabricating this idea that contraception is under attack. I'm not sure where, certainly not in this country. But this was a lot more than contraception. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it is actually. There is no state, there's no jurisdiction anywhere that is either made contraceptive access illegal or is even trying to. So this is a completely manufactured crisis that they're bringing a piece of legislation on. The second big challenge that we've got on this, though, is not what was this message about contraceptives. It is what is in it that is such a major issue. So let me just tick through some of these. For the first time ever, it would eliminate the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, saying that what your faith is and your perspectives on anything doesn't matter anymore. Government's faith is more important than the individual's faith. So it strikes that out. It actually eliminates states like my own in Oklahoma that says we don't allow sex change operations for minors. It would take that right away from states and to say no, minors must be able to have sex change operations no matter where they are in the country.
Senator, let me expand on that for just a moment, because we had a Supreme Court case just a few years back with Hobby Lobby, which comes from your home state of Oklahoma. Of course, it also included the Little Sisters of the Poor, where they built their whole defense on the Restoration of Religious Freedom Act. That would be completely wiped out under this legislation.
That is correct. This bill would literally say it doesn't matter what the faith is of an individual. If government disagrees with your faith, the government goes first, not your faith. The Religious Freedom Restoration Act is very clear to say government has a responsibility, but they have to defer to people's faith. That they have to be able to show that there's some imposing reason for that. This would say, no, government doesn't have to show that anymore. If we disagree with your faith is out.
That's huge.
So that is an enormous change that has never been done. That was tucked away inside of this bill, quote unquote, about contraceptives.
It also would put at risk what states have done in terms of protecting women from the sale of abortion pills via the mail. That would, many states require that a woman have a in-person appearance with a doctor so they know the gestation age of the baby, so on and so forth. Right. This would trump what states have done.
That's correct. Yeah, this is trying to eliminate any kind of protections at all for women in any place that this particular group of Democrats disagrees with, and to say it doesn't matter what physicians in your state say, they disagree with your physician, and so they trump the idea of physicians in your state or even the need for a physician in your state. So that's again, this is sold as something about contraception. It is by far not.
Right. So I mean, this right there, that goes way beyond contraception to abortion.
Right. The majority of those are well-educated. The majority of abortions in America right now are done in do-it-yourself pills that they receive in the mail, and they do an abortion at home. That's how a lot of abortions are actually occurring now, and it is a dramatic change. It's something the Biden administration continues to press at every turn. They're trying to create more abortions in America, not fewer.
I mean, we hear constantly, I mean, this is the one thing the Democrats seem to be running on in this election cycle. They did it in the midterm election, abortion. They're running on abortion now, they're running on contraception. But the truth is not in what they're claiming. They're claiming that Republicans want to ban abortion nationwide. That's not the case. But if you look at the legislation that has actually been advanced by the Democrats, they want to eliminate all pro-life laws at the state level. So while they're accusing the Republicans of something they haven't even talked about, they're doing it. Did I lose you, Senator? I think I may have lost him. Well, I agree with myself. But that's actually what they're doing. They're claiming that Republicans are wanting to ban at the federal level all abortions. Now, that's my view. I believe life should be protected from the moment of conception on. But we've got to work to get there, and we have been working to get consensus to move this down the road. But there's no legislation that is being advanced to do what they're claiming. But on the other hand, they have actually passed out of one chamber legislation that would eliminate all state pro-life laws and force taxpayer funding of abortion on the entire nation. They are so deceptive, so dishonest. Please be very discerning what you believe.